Giyu Tomioka, the stoic Water Hashira. To most, he's cold, distant, and emotionless someone whose words are as few as his expressions. But beneath that calm surface lies a storm, a lifetime of pain, guilt, and self-doubt that even the strongest warriors could never bear. Today, we dive deep into the heart of one of Demon Slayer's most misunderstood heroes. This is the untold story of Giyu's darkest emotional struggles. Before Giyu became the Water Hashira, he was just a boy who lost everything. When demons attacked his home, his sister Sutako sacrificed herself to save him. She gave up her life so her brother could live. But that act of love became the heaviest chain you would ever carry. Survivor's guilt, the unbearable thought that he should have died instead. He tried to tell others what happened, but no one believed him. They accused him of lying, of being delusional after his sister's death. From that moment, Giyu began to close himself off. He learned that silence hurts less than being misunderstood. He learned that detachment feels safer than being betrayed. Every time he looked into the mirror, he didn't see a hero. He saw the boy who lived when he shouldn't have. Years later, when Giyu met Sabito and joined the Demon Slayer Corps, he finally found someone who understood him. Sabito was kind, strong, and full of conviction, everything Giyu wasn't. The two trained under Yurikodaki, and for the first time Giyu had a friend who truly saw him. But then, the final selection happened. Sabito died, protecting others, including Giyu. And just like that, the wound in his heart reopened. He carried that guilt for years. He blamed himself for Sabito's death, just like he blamed himself for Tsutaku's. Two people he loved, gone, because he wasn't strong enough. That's why Giyu trains harder than anyone. That's why he distances himself, because deep down, he believes he doesn't deserve to stand among the other Hashira. To him, his survival was never a victory. It was a curse. When we see Giyu as the Water Hashira, he's composed, quiet, and precise like the flow of his own breathing technique. But that control comes from repression, not peace. Other Hashira see him as distant, even strange. He rarely speaks. He keeps everyone at arm's length. But that's because every bond he's ever had has ended in loss. So rather than risk feeling that pain again, Giyu isolates himself. He convinces himself that being alone is safer, that it's better if others misunderstand him. Even Tanjiro, who sees the humanity in everyone, struggles to break through that wall. Yet, Tanjiro reminds Giyu of something he's long forgotten. Compassion. Not for others, but for himself. Because all this time, Giyu has been punishing himself for things beyond his control. Every demon Giyu slays isn't just another victory. It's another attempt to silence the voice in his head that says, "You should have died too." He's not fighting for glory. He's not fighting for revenge. He's fighting for forgiveness he can't give himself. Even among the Hashira, Giyu feels like a fraud. When Shinobu calls him out for being aloof, she isn't wrong. But what she doesn't see is the war happening inside him. With the constant fear that one mistake will cost another innocent life. When the upper moons attack, Giyu doesn't hesitate to fight. But every strike he delivers, every drop of blood he sheds, feels like an apology to the ghosts of his past. That's the hidden tragedy of Giyu. He's not emotionless. He's overflowing with emotion. He's just never allowed himself to show it. But even the calmest water can reflect the light. When Giyu fights alongside Tanjiro and the others, something changes. He begins to see the value and trust again. He begins to understand that survival isn't shameful, it's a gift. A gift meant to protect, not to regret. In his final battles, Giyu fights not because he hates demons, but because he loves the memory of those who believed in him. Sutakon Sabito, Urokodaki Tanjiro. Each one reminds him that his life still has meaning. That pain can purify, just like water. And for the first time, Giyu isn't running from his emotions. He's embracing them. Because even in the darkest rivers, there's still reflection, still light. Giyu Tomioka isn't just a stoic swordsman. He's a man who's lost everything, yet continues to fight for others. He's a symbol of quiet strength, the kind that doesn't need to shout to be heard. His silence isn't weakness, it's endurance. And his pain isn't tragedy. It's proof of his humanity. Because sometimes, The strongest people are the ones who cry where no one can see them. Because even in silence, Giyu Tomioka's heart still speaks. And sometimes, even a heart as quiet as his finds warmth in the most unexpected moments. Oh my, standing all alone again, Tomioka-san. You really do enjoy brooding by yourself, don't you? I'm just enjoying the quiet. Quiet can be nice. Especially when you're sharing it with someone charming. Are you referring to yourself? Maybe. Or maybe I meant you. You're surprisingly handsome when you're not frowning, you know. You say strange things, and yet you never tell me to stop. You're either very patient, or maybe, just maybe, you don't mind my company as much as you pretend to. You shouldn't tease people so much. But teasing you is my favorite pastime. Besides, I think it's good for you. Keeps your heart from turning to stone. Next time, I'll bring tea. Maybe you'll actually talk to me for longer than 2 sentences. Maybe I will. Even after all the loss and loneliness, there's still connection. Still warmth. Still life. Because even water, no matter how calm, can still reflect the light of another. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Let us know in the comments which character's story you want us to explore next. Remember to keep finding light, even in your darkest waters. We'll see you in the next video.